What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Fort Knox. In this video, we're going to go over my new favorite looting method in Clash of Clans. Clash of Clans I've been playing for many years, and in the last few months / year, the game has changed quite a bit, and I have this new looting method that I have kind of discovered. It's been around for a while, I just never tried it, and this is hands down my new favorite looting method for higher town hall levels. So if you're a higher town hall level, I definitely recommend you guys stick around and hear me out on this looting method that I've been using to get my gold, elixir, and dark elixir like crazy in Clash of Clans. So throughout this video, I'll be playing some old replays of me using this looting method, and then hopefully near the end, I'll have some fresh gameplay for you guys so we can break down my methods and strategies when attacking using this method. Before I get any further in the video, please let me know in the comment section below what your favorite farming method is, and also please let me know your town hall so I can go ahead and try them at different town hall levels and maybe possibly do a review on your suggestion for farming in Clash of Clans. As well, if you don't mind, drop a like on the video, as it does help me reach more people and help them progress in Clash of Clans. With that being said, let's get right back into the video. So the primary thing we're going to be taking a look at when using this method is super troops, and specifically we're looking at the super goblin. Now, goblins have always been popular for looting, mixed in with usually some archers and barbarians, but goblins have been the looting tool that a lot of players used. But now with super troops, you guys can actually get super goblins, and goblins, once you got higher up in the higher town hall levels, were no longer viable. But with this super variant of the troop, it is definitely a viable troop to use to get yourself some loot. So the cool thing about super goblins is, of course, they do 2 times damage to loot and stuff like that, but not only that, they are invisible for the first 5 seconds they are put down onto the field, so that's really nice. That means X-bows and eagle artillery and inferno towers and all that won't be able to see them, including the kings, queens. Nothing will be able to see them for the first 5 seconds they have been placed down. And this is super beneficial because a lot of higher town halls have their elixir pumps and stuff like that on the outside of their base because they need most of their defenses within their walls. So just in case you didn't know, you guys can get these super goblins through the super troop barracks on the top left hand corner of the map, and you'll be able to unlock these using 2 methods. So the first method is you guys can use yourselves a super potion, and you guys can use that and it will unlock that super troop for 3 days, as well as you can spend the $25,000 elixir base price to unlock that super troop for 3 days. So yes, you'll have to use the 25,000 dark elixir to unlock this troop, or use the super potion just like every other super troop in the game. There are some prerequisites you're going to have to meet to actually unlock the super troop to be able to upgrade that goblin to a super troop and use that super potion or 25,000 dark elixir. So the first thing you're going to have is a minimum level 7 base goblin. So your normal goblins that you upgrade in your research laboratory has to be level 7 or higher to be able to use the super variant of the troop, as well as you're going to need to be a town hall 11 or above to, of course, use these super troops effectively. And again, I'm just going to reinstate that when you do spend that 25,000 dark elixir or super potion, you guys will only have that troop upgraded for 3 days. There will be some cases where there's a sale and you won't have to spend the full 25,000 dark elixir, or they may extend the duration of the super troops upgrade, so that's something to consider as well. So the armor composition I'm going to go over real quick. It is pure super goblins. I think I can take around 100 of them, and I usually take super goblins and a jump spell. So usually it's pure super goblins and pure jump cells I take, and for obvious reasons, sometimes I need to get over walls, and goblins aren't really good at attacking walls, and I don't really want to spend my time having wall breakers made. The amount of wall breakers I'm going to need to have to actually get to where I'm trying to go is just not worth it. You're much better off to bring some jump spells with you. So some key things to keep in mind: if the pumps and mines are on the outside, it takes 1 super goblin per pump or mine to actually destroy it. So if you actually put one goblin or super goblin in front of the pump, it will destroy it without you having to add any more. So you can actually drip feed your goblins on each pump and they'll successfully take them out, one goblin per pump. And considering your whole army is going to be around 100, that's pretty good considering most people only have 12 or so pumps on the field. And then for the storage, so your gold storage and your elixir storage and dark elixir storage, it usually takes about 3 goblins. I find 2 to 3 goblins to take down that elixir storage or gold storage. So that's really nice to know too. If they have them on the outside, you just drop 3 of those and they'll be able to take out that storage very easily. So what are you looking for when you're using this strategy? So the first thing you're going to want to keep in mind is how much loot they have. Obviously we're here trying to farm and this is a farming method, so you want to find bases that are farmable, meaning they have a lot of loot available for you to steal. You don't want to be attacking bases usually with 200,000 elixir or 200,000 gold. That's not going to be enough for these higher town hall levels. You want to be going for the ones that have 500, maybe 300 on the lower end, 1,000 gold in elixir. And it doesn't really matter because your attack frequency is going to be really high, but you do want to find those ones that are in the million, you know, like 1.2 million or just at a million or 700, 500,000 range. Anywhere from the 500,000 and above range is definitely what you're looking for, unless you're going for dark elixir. So if you're looking strategically just for dark elixir, then obviously just focus on that because then your gold and elixir don't really matter. So to optimize your ability to actually loot or farm this base, you're going to actually want to look for bases that have the pumps and mines on the outsides of the walls, and maybe even storages that are on the outsides of the walls. So that's super important, is knowing the location of that, but that is not the most important part when looking at the pumps and mines. You actually want to look at how full they are. If you look at a pump, you'll be able to see how much elixir's in it, and if you look at a mine, you'll be able to see how much gold is stored in the little crates there. The ones that are fuller, you'll be able to get more loot from, and then you can actually look at the storages and see how full they are and compare the two. And if the pumps are full more than the storages are, that means most of that loot that's available to you is in those pumps, and you'll be able to access that loot and farm that loot very easily. So you're looking for bases that have a high amount of loot, have the pumps hopefully on the outside and are full, as well as the mines on the outside and full. And then as well, some bases will actually have their storages on the outside as well, because they only care about their town hall, they don't care about their loot. So that's something to look at as well, is look where their storages are, and sometimes they're very external, maybe on the outsides of the walls or just on the inside of the wall, and you'll be able to hop over and take that loot very easily. So something to consider as well is you are going to be losing your trophy count a lot, so I don't recommend this farming method for those that care about their trophies or league that much. If you care about that much, then this is definitely probably not the best method for you, but you still can use this method and maintain and actually gain trophies. The cool thing about goblins is they actually prioritize anything that has loot in it. So if the town hall is the nearest loot, it will actually prioritize that. So you can actually go ahead and drop jump spells just in front of the town hall and drop a whole bunch of goblins, and it will destroy the town hall in no time, and you'll be able to save yourself that 1 star, keeping you going forward in the trophy count. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to give you some live examples of how I go about using this, and I'm going to be giving you guys kind of my live demo. You'll see that I'm skipping over lots of bases. Maybe I won't show all of that, but I will show the attack that I choose to do. Alright, so first things first, something I want to mention, I was going through this and hadn't thought about this. When using this farming method, don't be afraid to hit that next button in the bottom right hand corner, because it is going to help you find the right base. It's okay to wait to find the right base, and I found one right here. So this is going to be by 111 gang, and they have 1,000,000 elixir and dark elixir, and you can see their pumps are just full. Another thing to look for is bases that don't have their inferno towers up and are empty of their expos, etc. That means it'll be easy for you to go ahead and take these bases with low risk. Unfortunately, this isn't one of those bases, and that's okay. You can see I've been dropping my goblins on the outside of the bases, just trying to take out the pump here as easy as possible. You can see already, without even using a jump spell, I've made a pretty good impact. And I'm gonna go in here and put my jump spell on the wall, jumping in, stealing this loot. So I got ahead, got that one, and I'm kind of trying to drop only 1 at a time per pump. I don't want to waste my troops. The real bottleneck in most cases is going to be your spells when it comes to attack frequency. So that's something to keep in mind as well. So you see, I'm going to drop like 2 or 3 in here just for time's sake for the video, because I have so many of them. I don't even need that much. And you can see he's almost out of elixir already. I'll drop 2 more just to get that done. Really, something to consider as well is how far out your troops have to travel, because they're only invisible for 5 seconds. So you might want to drop 2 in some cases, maybe 3, to make sure that you have access to these bases. And I'm gonna go like this, and I'm gonna attack both sides here at the same time. And all I'm doing is just drip feeding my troops in there, and they're doing a very good job of taking that loot. Now there is a few things you can do in this situation. So some of the loot's in the middle. I'm not gonna go for it, obviously, because it's not enough for me to waste a spell, but I will try to get these elixir storages. Something you can do is bring a wall breaker, a siege machine, and it will let you bust right in through the wall. That is something I have done in the past. I don't do it too frequently, and you can see I've cleared out most of the stuff here. It was a real quick attack, and that's going to be that. So I'm going to surrender. I only got 20%, but that's okay, and I don't need that dark elixir, so it's okay. So I'm gonna accept my defeat, but is it really a loss when I got 1,000,000 gold and almost 1,000,000 elixir? That is the reality of the situation, is you guys can get a ton of loot using this method. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and go again, so I don't even have to wait. The one thing I will do is I'll go ahead and make sure I train some more spells. That's the most important part. So I'm going to train more spells, and then I'm going to train more goblins. Just going to top up on my goblins, and you can actually use a builder's potion before you guys go ahead and go in here. And you'll see in the last attack and in this next attack that I actually ended up having a invisibility spell and a rage spell, and those are for very specific situations. So this next base I'm about to attack here is actually pretty decent. It's nothing crazy. It's only 500,000 gold, 700,000 elixir, and then around almost 800,000 dark elixir. We're gonna go ahead and try to loot this. This base is like actually pretty full out, like defended. It's just the walls are weak, which isn't going to help me in my case. But you can see a lot of the elixir storages and stuff are on the outside, so I'm just going to try to take advantage of that. I'm going to go really quick here so you guys get a good example. Boom, boom. Just going down. Just finding each pump, trying to drop one. It's okay if I miss one because I have 100 of these, so it's not a big deal. And then I will go back around and do a double take. So I missed that storage there, I missed that storage there. The storages won't have too much. I'm really going for the pumps. And then it will always prioritize the nearest pump, so you really want to wait for the last goblin to die. You don't want to drop 2 goblins behind each other in most cases, because honestly you're just going to get them both killed, and that is not a good time. So just make sure you guys are being mindful of that. You can see here I'm going to go in for that gold mine again. There's still that pump in the top left hand corner. I just go around in a circle, just make sure that I've gotten most of the stuff I'm looking for. You can see I've got them down to 100,000. The one thing I do really want is that dark elixir there, so I'm actually going to drop a few at the same time. So that's super important. I could have used 2 fingers and that would have been a better method, and that's fine. See, I went ahead and got that. And then you have to actually kind of do a cost benefit analysis here. I see that pump. I have to ask myself, is it worth going in for the pump? Probably isn't, but I'm going to do it just for example here. And I dropped 3. And the reason why I dropped 3 is because I know they can kill that real quick and hopefully run over to that storage and do a little bit of damage. And they don't, so that's okay. And then that's it, guys. Like, I'm not going to go for the storages because between all the storages, the town hall and the clan castle, there's only 100,000 gold, 156,000 dark elixir, or elixir, sorry, and 649 dark elixir. So I'm just looking, double checking for pumps. I usually don't take this long, and then I'm going to surrender. But again, I got 419,000 gold, and 600,000 elixir and 7,300 dark elixir. So these attacks are pretty good, guys. That's going to be it for the examples. I don't want to take too long trying to teach you guys. It's fairly straightforward. If you've been playing Clash, you know that. I'm just going to give you guys some really quick tips. So combining your training potion is really nice because it's going to allow you to keep your goblins up and your spells up 24/7. You can just keep going in and attack. You'll almost never run out of troops. As well as combining it with power potions. If you don't have the max level super goblin, this is awesome because you guys can go ahead and use that power potion to have the maximum strength super goblin, so you guys will have maximal success when going ahead and using this strategy. And then as well as taking a few haste spells can be beneficial, as it will speed up the goblin's speed even more, allowing them to get deeper into the base with their stealth ability, allowing them to take maximum advantage of that stealth ability. Being inside of the base, still being stealth because they got there so quick with the haste spells is really, really nice. So hopefully this video helps you guys use my favorite looting method or farming method in Clash of Clans. If you liked the video, please don't forget to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.